Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the brand by Dany Vianna. I have their Harry Potter collection to share with you today. These are available right now, so in the description box below I will link the by Dany Vianna site. I will link their Instagram page and I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. So we do have 11 Harry Potter inspired polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Philosopher Stone, and this is a deeper kind of reddy brown, like a Coca-Cola color. It is a magnetic and it has these gold flakes in it. So here is our first coat of Philosopher Stone. This one covers really well here on this first coat. Not quite a one coater, so I am going to go in for a second coat. This is also a magnetic polish, so with magnetics I like to make sure my first coat is pretty much completely opaque before magnetizing, because it does pull pigment from other places across the nail and can leave bald spots. So I like to make sure it's as opaque as possible before I magnetize. So this is completely opaque in two coats. You'll want top coat to give this a nice shine, but nothing is difficult to remove, so there is two coats. Up next we have Bravery, and this is a brick red Crelly loaded with gold holographic glitter. Here's our first coat of Bravery. This covers really surprisingly well here on this first coat. The formula is smooth, no running, pulling, or staining. I didn't get a ton of glitter out, but I did hold my bottle up upside down between this coat and the next coat to get more glitter. So here is our second coat, and that does cover completely in two. These glitters don't traffic jam up. You don't have to work to get them to spread out evenly. This will dry textured because of the glitter, and it will also be more difficult to remove, so there is two coats. Up next we have Pumpkin Juice, and this is a clear base with tiny holographic micro glitter, as well as these pumpkiny orangey yellow larger glitter and holographic orange glitter and black micro glitter. So here is Pumpkin Juice on two nails. I'm going to layer it over by itself, and then on the other two nails I'm going to layer it over Orly's Gotta Bounce. You get a good amount of glitter out with every pass. This is a beautiful one that I would personally wear on one coat on its own for that kind of clean manicure, but I do really love, probably prefer how this looks as a topper. This is going to dry with some texture because of all the glitter, and it will be more difficult to remove, so I'd recommend a peel off base coat or pure acetone when removing. So there's 1 and 3 coats. Up next we have Felix Felicis, and this is a brighter sunflower yellow Crelly with iridescent flakes. Here's our first coat of Felix Felicis. This one is pretty opaque on the first coat. It is nice and even. Formula is smooth. I had most of my flakes on this one sink to the bottom of my bottle, so I did hold it upside down between this coat and the next coat to get more of them out. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in two coats. This one is going to dry with some texture, so you will want top coat to smooth this out, but removal is easy. This one also, I did have a little bit of staining on my skin, so there is two coats. Up next we have Loyalty, and this is a kind of more mustard yellow Crelly with these charcoal microflakes. Here's our first coat of Loyalty. This covers really well here on this first coat. Not quite a one coater, but very close. Formula is good, not too thick or too thin, no running or pulling, but I did have some pretty intense staining with this one. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in two coats. The top coat I would recommend just for longevity purposes. This does dry pretty glossy all on its own. Removal will be easy and nothing dries textured, so there is two coats. Next up we have Cunning, and this is a Kelly Green Crelly with tiny silver holographic flecks. Here's our first coat of Cunning. This one is pretty opaque on the first coat. Nice vibrant color. Formula is very smooth, easy to work with, no running, pulling, or staining.
you get a good amount of glitter out without having to hold the bottle upside down or do any kind of fishing. So here is our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats. You will want top coat to smooth everything out in this. It does dry with a slight bit of texture. Removal is not the easiest, but it's also not the most difficult, so somewhere in the middle. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Cleverness, and this is a brighter cerulean blue with these coppery holographic glitter as well as flakies. Here is our first coat of Cleverness. This one also covers really good on this first coat. Not quite a one coater, but very pigmented, very opaque. You get a good amount of glitter out. I didn't have to hold the bottle upside down or do any fishing or swirling to get those glitters. So here is our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats. You're definitely going to want top coat to smooth this out. It does dry with some texture because of all that glitter, and removal is going to be more so on the difficult side. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Chamber of Secrets, and this is a deeper gray blue. It's full of, I want to say, green to blue microflakes as well as a scattered hollow. Here's our first coat of Chamber of Secrets. This one is super opaque here on this first coat. Again, not quite a one coater, but I am going to go in for a second coat. Formula is fantastic, not too thick or too thin, very easy polish to work with. You get a good amount of glitter out. It all spreads out nice and evenly across the nail. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats. You are going to want top coat. This does have some pretty intense texture, and you are definitely going to need some elbow grease on removing this one. It is difficult. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Chocolate Frog, and this is a brighter, leaning in the direction of Neon Territory purple Crelly with these like goldeny, not quite gold, but like bronzy microflakes. Here's our first coat of Chocolate Frog. Again, this one is very richly pigmented, pretty opaque here on this first coat. Will definitely cover evenly in 2. There is a ton of these little flakes out without having to work to get them out of the bottle. Here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats. You're going to want top coat to bring some life back into this polish, but nothing dries textured and nothing is difficult to remove. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Remembrall, and this is a thermal that goes from this super soft baby pink to a white, so it's a very subtle thermal, and it's full of ultra chrome chameleon and gold flakies. So here's Remembrall. My bottle shot was from my first bottle of Remembrall. I did have a thermal dye in transit, so this is the new bottle. The bottle shot was the old bottle. This is completely opaque in 2 coats. It was warm in my room, so you can't really see the cold state, but I will show those in the picture. You will want top coat, but removal is easy. So there is 2 coats. And lastly for today we have Happy Birthday, and this is a bubblegum pink Crelly loaded with green glitters. And here's our first coat of Happy Birthday. This one is very opaque on this first coat. You can still make out that glitter even through the nice creamy base that this one has. You get a good amount of glitter out. I did hold my bottle upside down just to see if there was any difference in the amount of glitter I got, and I do think I got a little bit more, so I would recommend holding your bottle upside down for a couple minutes before applying. This is opaque in 2 coats. It'll dry textured and it will be difficult to remove. So there is 2 coats.
I had a lot of polishes stand out in this collection for me. The first one being Happy Birthday. This is such a fun, pretty pink Crelly. I love the glitters that are in here. I think they stand out beautifully. It has great coverage in 2 coats, so I really liked that one. I really like Cleverness. The blue base that's in here with the contrasting glitter I think is stunning. Had a great formula as well. And then like, surprise, surprise, I love Chocolate Frog. I think this is a super flattering purple on me. The glitter that's in here stands out beautifully. Everything had fantastic smooth formulas, so those were the standouts in the collection for me. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.